Oh my, it's a right storm out there. I've just come in from the sea, and this is the same place as Jesus was so many years ago. But you wouldn't have known that unless I had told you or you had watched Stephen's video. So this week we've all got to go watch Stephen's video whilst I'm drying off, then come back over to this video and watch the craft, make the craft, eat the craft, and do everything about the craft, go out on an adventure to do an explosion. And yeah, this is this week's Tiny Tots. Welcome everyone! So I'm out of my sailing clothes and I put my apron on and I'm just about to tie my hair up because I'm about to make some storm cupcakes. So to make the storm cupcakes you'll need 110 grams of butter, 110 grams of sugar, 110 grams of self-raising flour, some vanilla extract and 2 large eggs. So I've washed my hands and I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees or gas mark 4, and now I'm getting my mixer and my butter into my mixer and my caster sugar into my mixture, and I'm about to turn it on and cream it together until it's light and fluffy. So now we are going to add the eggs to our combined butter and sugar mix. Crack them in the bowl. Okay, now we're going to mix it slowly and scraping down the sides. Now our eggs are mixed in, we're going to add our pinch of salt and our self-raising flour to the bowl and our half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and whisk until combined. Now we have mixed all of our mixture and scraped it down using a spatula. We can get our spoons and spoon it into our cupcake cases. So now I've filled my cupcake cases with my cake batter. I'm going to put them in the oven for 15 minutes. So my cupcakes have been baked and cooled and now it's time for the icing. We're going to get 150 grams of softened butter, just beat it up a bit to soften it up. And we're going to add 300 grams of icing sugar, little by little, so we don't get a cloud of icing. Now we've mixed together our butter and icing sugar, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 3 tablespoons of milk. Mix it all together. Now my icing is all mixed together, I'm going to add some blue food colouring for the ocean. Let's watch this icing turn blue. Now you're ready to either spoon it onto your cupcakes or pipe it on. So I'm going to put it into my piping bag and attempt to pipe onto my cupcakes. Now I have finished icing my cupcakes, I'm ready to put my ocean cake topper on. And there, just like that, we've baked our cupcakes. And now, let's see what the next craft is. So for our next bit of the craft, we're going to draw Jesus in the boat and cut this out and then stick the lollipop onto the back of it. And here's one I made earlier. So we're going to put that to one side and we're going to get out our blue paper and our waves out of our craft pack. And so, for the first wave, you can put down Pritt stick all the way along the bottom of your blue paper. And then, to make our boat movable, for our second wave, we're just going to put glue along the edge of our first wave. We can just trim off, this is where you might need grown-ups' help, trim off the excess. Instead of using glue, you might have to use a stapler. That might do the job a bit better than my glue has. And so now we've glued just the end bits. We've got a flap, and this flap makes it available for our boat with Jesus on to go up through, and you can move it with your lollipop stick. You might want to add maybe a sun and colour it in, and maybe some clouds, some rain clouds like it's been raining today. And you might even want to write something like, Jesus calmed the storm, from your story with Stephen. And there is my finished product. So for our Get Active today, we're going to make thunder pots. And this is where you'll need grown-ups' help. So we're going to get our bicarbonate of soda, pop it into a little dish, and we're going to add a few drops. So I've made a paste with bicarbonate of soda and water. Now I'm going to put it in the lid of our film canister. Now we're going to fill up a third of our thunder pot, keeping our film canister lid our way. I'm going to fill it up a third with some vinegar. So for our next step, we're going to take these far apart and take them outside to see. So for our next part of it, we're going to come outside and we're going to put the canister lid onto the canister really tightly, and then we're going to pop it on the ground and move away from it. And that's it for today, Tiny Tots. I've hoped you enjoyed our story. It's time for me and Stephen to get back on the water, and hopefully there's not a storm this time. Don't forget to upload your photos onto Tiny Tots. You can even do them in the comment section of this video so we can all see the photos. See you next week.